Hello again, deformed resin car fans. So we got a blue version of the Shelby Cobra that was done by DY Works, designed, I believe, by KR Model. And EraQ is some sort of entity that ties all these companies and designers together, I think. I don't know what that really means, 1743. And so we have a sleeve, a lot of packaging waste. Oh, there's some extra stuff in here. An EraQ sticker of a, oh, they made this model as well. I'll have to see if I can track one of those down. And then Zach Guo, the founder. Okay, interesting. Well, good. Thank you. Thank you for getting us this product here. I did pay for it myself, but it's just cool that you can get stuff like this. For me, when I think about the coolest American car, it's possibly the Shelby Cobra. I don't know, possibly a GT40, but I almost feel like it's this. This is so over the top. It's like comical looking as it is. But now we're taking it and making it even more comical. So 427 cc cubic inches. And then we have this here. No date that I can see. And then we have a fancy cloth to keep the cardboard from scratching up this plastic case. And then we have tape dots, but pleasantly, there's actually a unadhesive thing here, so you can pull that off easily. And then I'm gonna put an elastic band around this later. Yeah, so no tape residue. Very good tape dots. Very cool. Might as well cover up that hole. So they left the paper on the acrylic so it doesn't get all scratched up, but you can just peel that off if it bothers you. Because paper is abrasive. Whatever you put this on, it's going to scratch it. If you have a nice, tabletop or something. Very sharp edges. They're almost knife edges, actually. And then the cover is kind of loose, which is good because you don't want to pick it up and have the whole thing fall to the floor with a tight cover. And then the last one also had this little travel bag. I don't think it's necessary, but it's there. The reason why it's not necessary is there's really no convenient place to put it. So I'm just going to put some poster putty on the thing and then tape it, putty it down to the base. So I might as well look at this. You got some ribbing details here. There's some poster putty. Little silver highlights on the side, like a zipper highlight, I guess, on the sides. And then it's literally hollow handled. Just a little travel bag. And I just pop that onto the base here. So, the title, The Widowmaker. Probably true. I'm sure these are not easy to handle. And then if you get into an accident, that little roll hoop is not going to protect you very well. Alright, anyhow. Oh, I got a really early one, 22 of 500. Oh, I see. So this is actually designed by DY Works. Okay, so not KR Model. Okay, well anyways, nice Shelby Cobra here. And the EraQ logo, all that stuff is photo etched away. You can hear the etching depth there. Very shiny plate. Alright, and then let's just start off with the side here. So super chromed Halobrand wheels, I think they were called. And then you can see the tires are nicely rounded, like old school tires, and they have the Goodyear Eagle. I assume that's a decal, possibly a Tampo print, I don't know, but they're really well done. Boy, I'm really congested, so I apologize for all the sniffling if it happens. I don't think there's going to be a brake system back there. Well, I could be wrong, though. Hold on. No, I guess one lumen. I almost feel like there actually is a brake system back there. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm looking through a phone screen. I can't tell. Got the center knockoff there. It's pretty well done. That chromed 3-lobe thing. And then it's just really shiny, the chroming on this plastic wheel. And also we have a nice chromed plastic exhaust, and there's actually black paint here in the opening. The blue paint itself is really nice. It is a metallic. You can see these little flakes. They're very fine flakes though. Just look at this toothpick. They also put a little black paint wash in the vent there. Very cool. So yeah, it's nice that you can see there's 4 pipes coming into the muffler there. Really tight panel gap there, being a resin body and all. And then going to the front, we have this chromed plastic bezel, and then we have an actual clear lens cover sticking out. Same with the orange turn signal thing down there. Then we have these little hooks there for like a stand or something, a jack stand. There's an oil cooler, I assume, here with some black paint going on. You can see the sharp edge of the white stripe is really cool. And some sort of bolt head details there. And then what's going on here? I don't know if these are fog lights in there or horns. But there's a little dab of orange on them, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Why they would do... Oh, these are motors for the fans. Interesting. I still don't know why you would have to have that orange there, but it's there. And I assume those fan blades are maybe a photo etched piece of metal. Very cool. I don't know if I remember that from the silver colored I reviewed a while back. Anyhow, the radiator behind it has some horizontal strakes, very sharply defined, so I assume that's a photo etched piece of metal there for the radiator. And now I didn't even notice because it was so shiny earlier, but you have this texture here in this opening here. Okay, yeah, very cool. Possibly a texture behind this orange here. It's catching the light, you see? There's some sort of highly reflective surface back here. Or maybe it's just part of this chromed piece here. The headlight itself, it's a pretty deep bucket. It looks like there's a light bulb back there. Very cool. The Cobra badge, if I could focus on something that's small. Yeah, it looks alright. At least it's centered. Okay. Boy, I'm so congested, sorry. The paint job is really smooth. I feel like it's polished or something. I don't know how you can paint something this smooth. I can't. I've never done it. It always gets orange peel. Whether it's an airbrush or a rattle can, or even an automotive air paint sprayer. Okay, well anyways, that all looks fine. Yeah, well centered. You know, it's nice that all the Goodyear Eagle stuff is totally vertical. Going to the rear, we have those same like jack stand hooks all chromed out, and then the tail lights have the bezel with the... Boy, I don't know if those are both red. I think they're both red. One would have assumed one would be orange, but maybe not. I think they're both red. All four taillights, I mean. We have a big chromed license plate thing, but sadly no actual license plate. It would have been cool to have like a DY Works or EraQ license plate there. Panel gap again, it looks good, and particularly this stripe is going into that groove. So I don't know if that stripe is paint or a decal. I feel like it's a decal. There's a little wrinkliness there, but it's under a clear coat. So yeah, interesting. I assume these are hinge bumps or something for the trunk. And then you can see all these tiny inserted chromed things to hold the tarp or the roof down. Granted, the convertible roof isn't here at all. They could have easily skipped all that detail. Ideally, instead of maybe that luggage, they actually gave you a molded roof that fits over all those pins. But I guess that would be really difficult to do. Okay, and then we have I assume a fuel filler here, chromed out. And then some hood latches, very exaggerated, chromed out. Some tape holding the hood down. Sadly, there's no black paint here. That's a big oversight, I think. I mean, if you're gonna get black paint at an event that small, why wouldn't you put it here, right? That's kind of strange. Alright, well, let me get this tape off because eventually I'll probably mess up the clear coat. So when you put that back, I wouldn't use the tape because eventually that adhesive might seep into the paint. So I would recommend you use poster putty. Yeah, really strange that there's no black paint there. I guess you could add it, but well, anyways, very nice. Okay, so yeah, air filter cover's got some nice ribbing on it. And then look at this, the Shelby, Carroll Shelby logo, and a V. You'd think there'd be a V8 there, or something, I'm not sure. But it looks really cool because it's like a black cam cover with the, you know, the ribs were machined off like on a real one. Very cool. And then look at these little air filters for the cam covers. Right? Very nice. Shock towers have a cross strut brace there. I don't know what these two things would be. Coolant tanks maybe? Boy, it's so shiny my camera's freaking out. But the radiator, it's got a little silver paint for the cap, and then even silver paint in the fan behind the radiator. So I guess it's a pretty well detailed engine. I guess, I don't know if that's your thing. For me, I would have been perfectly happy without the engine if it got me a cheaper model. But so now, yeah, I'm gonna have to get some poster putty, but a very low strength poster putty, because if it's too high strength, you're gonna ruin the engine, maybe trying to take it apart. So just some white poster putty. I don't know what brand this is, but it's very, very soft. Let's see, a logical place to me would be right in the center of this air filter, because that looks like the strongest part of this motor. But honestly, I'll never take this engine cover off again, so that's why I don't think it's necessary. Just wiggle it, compress that putty down. There we go. I gotta blow my nose. So the wiper blades are bent perpendicular to the windscreen, it looks like, so that's pretty cool. They're photo etch pieces, very spindly, very impressive, and they have lightning holes in the blade itself. Very crazy. Some sort of decal on this windscreen. I'm trying to make it out, but it's hard to focus. Performance. Oh, is this a Superformance Cobra? Right? So I'm not sure if this person's aware that this is they make replica Cobras. So this is technically a model of a replica of a Shelby Cobra. It's not actually a Shelby Cobra if it has a Superformance sticker on there. That's interesting. Anyways, that's probably used in the reference images to make this. Look at these tiny, tiny windows here on the side. I don't want to touch that. I'm afraid it'll break off. But the whole windscreen frame is all super shiny chromed. And then you also have visors looking black, I guess. Looking also very, very delicate. Okay. So you have a rear view mirror there. Just some chromed plastic. And then look at this dashboard. That's very impressive. You know, it's silver with some white on black gauges. Well, I'm trying to figure out if it's just a decal or three-dimensional. I can't tell if those gauges are actually sticking out. Possibly they are. It could be a decal on top of some molded gauges or something. It's hard to say. Hard to say. Nope, sorry, I focused on the wrong part. Steering wheel, there's some sort of red in the middle of that steering wheel. Chrome spokes and a black rim. The shifter even has the gate pattern on it. That's pretty impressive. I don't know if I've ever seen the shift pattern on a shifter in something around 1/64 scale. That could be a new one. That's crazy that they would go through that effort. Very impressive. They sound like Project Farm. That channel's great, by the way, Project Farm. Okay. I don't know what this thing is in the glove box. Some sort of text for some reason. Not sure why. Yeah, so I think this is all decal. I don't want to touch it, but I think it's laying possibly over a molded dashboard. Alright, so the seats themselves, they have some ribbing and stuff. And it's pretty crazy if you imagine, this is a compressed interior. And yet they still were able to get all that detail in there. Very cool. Alright, so yeah, the roll hoop, I guess nothing wrong with that. It's just, it is what it is. The fuel filler cap back here. So what the heck was in the front? This is definitely the fuel filler. You got the little lock mechanism and all the hinge right there. So please leave a comment. What is this then? Is that an oil filler? possibly as an oil filler. I just don't recall seeing one of those on a Cobra. But maybe Superformance Cobras have that. Boy, the camera's really freaking out between the chrome and the non-chrome. Yeah, very cool. So here's a silver one, and you'll notice this one has a racing number on it. It's got some STP thing on there, and it's got some double yellow stripes on the fender. So it is definitely a different livery. Totally different. I added my own license plate though. I'll have to go and do that to this one. But all in all, it's still it's the same level of awesomeness, possibly even better because it's actually got more decals on it. But for me, when I envision a Shelby Cobra, it's a blue car with white stripes. That's, to me, the pinnacle of my impression of this vehicle. And yet, the diecast bureau seems to go with the silver one. So Hot Wheels had this line of things called fatbacks, but I took those wheels off and 3D printed my own. And, yeah, that's what's going on with that thing. Whoa, so I don't like rolling models. Things, hold on. Poster Putty saves the day. Meister Muscle Machines, they also have a silver one with the number 6. Okay, much more realistic looking. You know, it's not as squished as these other two. And I don't think EraQ ever did a Cobra, but they did do a GT40. Here's a one without scoops. Here's a one with scoops on the rear. I'm actually surprised they never did a Shelby, but I guess it's a licensing cost or something. So these are definitely more along the lines of EraQ proportions. Fatbacks is its own thing, and then Muscle Machines, they're kind of like slightly deformed. I prefer this look myself, the exaggerated compression. As usual, it's just awesome. The amount of detail, the perfection of the paint, the perfection of all these parts. There's got to be, I don't know, 50 parts at least in this little model, right? So it's quite impressive that some people are impatient enough to make these things. There's even like a blackout printing on that windscreen, it looks like, for the gasket of the windshield. Neat. I just got to add a license plate. That's the only thing that's lacking here. Alright, so we'll see you the next time we get a deformed model in, and we'll see you then. Thanks.